So yeah, there's no gameplay. There's nothing else about like this really isn't a video game, right? It's really not a video game. Like the story isn't really interesting. Like it's really not like the characters don't do anything that's interesting. It's just basically a gratuitous like musical score behind a bunch of teenage angst. Zero accountability.
Doing nothing. The game guides you. It directs you. You don't have to actually play the damn game.
Man.
Literally, I'm finna walk away. I'm finna put the controller down.
Man. He's not even there. Crazy action.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I went to go get. Gotta get some water. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like it's that bad. Like I'm not even trolling. Like, how did this get a 10? But then y'all gonna review something with hella mechanics in it and give it like a 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, that's right. That's fucking right. Exactly. And why? Like, I mean, Mixtape was just a mediocre game. It wasn't like a terrible game. It was just kind of mediocre. It was like, I'd say it's a 6, right? It's a 6. I think that the game is, I think it's like a 6. I would give the game a 6. Maybe, as I said, if it really resonated with you for one reason or another, I could see a 7. What, 4? It's hardly a game. I don't actually care about that. Like, Mouthwashing wasn't actually a game, but I'd give it, I think it's a 10 out of 10 game. I thought it was a great game.
So today I wanted to make my review of Fable 2, but that will have to wait, because Asmongold yesterday played the game Mixtape, the quote-unquote game, because that shit isn't a video game. Now, someone has to say it, someone has to expose Asmongold, this clown that wants to portray himself as this based person, this gamer that knows everything, but the coward won't debate anyone about any topic because he's afraid. Oh, but never mind, because he actually debates. He debates his own chat constantly on his stream. And you know why he does that? Because he has the advantage. He's not talking to them directly. The chatters that have to debate him are people that are on a heavy disadvantage just because of the fact that they have to type their arguments, and he doesn't. This is why when these chatters have told him to debate them on Discord, he refuses, because he knows he will lose in a 1v1 with a microphone. So this guy that wants to portray himself as this person that knows everything, he's very based. He always has the right opinions. And somehow this guy played Mixtape, this absolute terrible sham that is trying to portray itself as a game, and he said many things, many negative things about this piece of shit. Like, for example, there is no gameplay. The game isn't even a video game. It isn't a video game. The story is trash. So with those opinions, one would expect that your overall score is going to be maybe like a 1 or maybe like a 2 if you somehow liked the setting, the graphics, or maybe some of the tracks in the game. But this piece of shit, Asmongold, says the game is a 6, or that he can see people giving the game a 7. Are you fucking kidding me with this piece of shit? And this is the guy with the right opinions? This is the guy that you should trust? Because he says that you shouldn't trust anyone but himself.
It's like people still listen to reviewers. People still listen. The only people that you should be listening to is me. That's it. That's the only person you should be like. Maybe there's a few other guys out there. I think they're pretty legit on YouTube, right? I don't want to name names because maybe I might leave somebody out and they'll get offended. But there's a few other people, but at least you can depend on me, right? I mean, there's somebody that's able to do this, man. It's embarrassing.
And you will be really stupid if you follow that advice. Because Asmongold is a grifter. How is it possible that you have a game, that you have a quote-unquote game, that clearly doesn't have any gameplay whatsoever, that the story is absolutely awful, it's a fucking joke, this shit is turbo woke garbage, it has all the styles, all the style, all the setting, all the characteristics of a game made by a woman. This shit wasn't for gamers at all, and gaming is a male space, and I don't give a fuck who gets pissed because I say that. Fuck you. Gaming is a male space. So this wasn't made for gamers. This wasn't. And all of those glazers like Endymion that keep glazing Asmongold. Oh, Asmongold is the voice of gamers. Fuck you. This is the voice of gamers? A clown that gives this piece of shit a 6 or a 7? This is the voice of gamers? Fuck you. That's not the voice of gamers. Because any gamer will tell you that Mixtape is not a video game. In fact, Asmongold knows that because he said so. He knows it. He knows this fucking game is barely a fucking 1, maybe a 2, and that's a fucking stretch already. And in fact, you cannot rate something that it's not a video game as a video game. So if you're rating something as a video game that is not a video game, it should be a 0, because otherwise it will make no sense. So let's say you're rating cars, and all of a sudden I bring my fucking donkey, and I told you this is my fucking car. This fucking donkey is my fucking car, and you have to evaluate my fucking donkey as a car. Are you for fucking real? Are you going to tell me that my fucking donkey is a 5 out of 10 in a scale of a fucking car? Of course not, because that doesn't make any fucking sense. You cannot even enter the fucking competition if you are bringing something that doesn't belong in the parameters of that fucking competition. You cannot rate something outside of what you're supposed to be rating. You cannot do that. It's fucking stupid. So this shit is not a game. And based solely on that, it should be like a 0. So when I say that giving it a 1 or a 2 is already a stretch, it's because it's already a stretch. If this isn't a video game, it should be a fucking 0. But you need to understand something. Asmongold doesn't do this casually. He doesn't do this because he's dumb or because he's an ignorant person. He does this because he's a psychopath. And you're going to say, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? And it has to do with all of it. And you're going to see why. You see, Asmongold's dad was diagnosed with psychopathy, and he said so himself. Here is a clip of him admitting to it.
And then also, like, he even tried to join these, like, private military mercenary groups. Like, apparently he had to lie on his, what do you call it? He had to lie on his, like, military intake form because they weren't going to take him because they said he was, like, a psychopath.
Because they weren't going to take him because they said he was, like, a psychopath?
Because they were gonna station him stateside because there were a bunch of like protests going on like now, and they said, would you ever fire on an American citizen? He said, if somebody throws a brick at me, I'm going to. And then they sent him to Vietnam. Straight up. And so it was around the Vietnam War. Yeah, his psych evaluation, he has a lie in his psych evaluation. And so that's why I found funny, you know, people saying like, oh, your dad would be disappointed in you saying this, like, oh, if only you knew. Oh, if only you knew.
So now that you know that, psychopathy runs in Asmongold's family, you need to understand that psychopathy is an hereditary trait. That means it's inherited from your parents. And you're going to say, what does that have to do with Mixtape? it has everything to do with this, because Asmongold never does any move or he doesn't speak any opinion without calculating the benefits that he is going to reap with that opinion, just like any psychopath. Psychopaths always are goal-based people. They only work towards goals. And you're going to say, most people work towards goals. Not in the way that psychopaths do. And not all people work towards goals. A lot of people don't even have a goal. But psychopaths do have goals. And they see people as tools, as means to achieve those goals.
You know precisely what to say whenever you interview total strangers? Well, it's because, let me think of a way to put it. Like, whenever I interact with people, I don't really a lot of times like see them as people. I just see them as like a resource that I use to get what I want. I don't really a lot of times like see them as people. I just see them as like a resource that I use to get what I want.
The reason why Asmongold is being disingenuous with the score of this game, it's pretty simple. And he revealed to you the reason. You are just too fucking stupid to notice, because you are fanatical. You're a fanatic of this guy, so you refuse to see what he's already telling you. You see, this game was funded by like the 5th richest person in the US or in the world, I don't even know. But the thing is that this game was funded by a very rich man and was made by the daughter of this very rich man. So Asmongold always works and always has opinions that works towards his goals, and he sees people as a means to achieve something. Now, he's not any guy. He has spoken to Elon Musk, so he's not any guy. He knows that he can somehow get a hold to this guy, to the guy that funded this game, which is Larry Ellison. This guy is the guy that funded this game, and Asmongold knows that he can somehow, maybe in the future, can have an opportunity to meet this guy. Maybe in the future he can work with him. This is why he doesn't want to burn that bridge.
A lot of money. He got a whole ass lot of money. This, yeah, there it is right there. $244 billion. So $244 billion. That's a lot of money. You think about how much money that is. That's a lot. The thing is that, oh, here we go. Published by the daughter of the 5th richest man in the world. I could just listen to this. Government funding. Fully licensed soundtrack despite being, quote, indie. Perfect scores. Expensive gift sets sent to content creators. Mixtape is an industry plant and you can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, sponsor stream. I did this one for free. Larry Ellison better send me like, I don't know, he's got 200 something billion dollars. If he can send me $50 million, I think that would be reasonable, right?
This is the same reason why Asmongold never criticized pirate software, and on the contrary, constantly defended him. I have a compilation of all the times that Asmongold defended pirate software. It's on Rumble and on Odyssey. The reason why is because he didn't want to burn the bridge with Jason. He didn't want to burn that bridge. Because Jason, you could say all you want about him, but he does in fact have a ton of connections, especially with the help of his dad. So Asmongold is not going to burn that bridge. Asmongold's opinions are always given with an objective in mind. Most of the time he doesn't speak lightly. He will change his tone. He will change his opinions based on what is convenient for him at the moment. For example, what happened because a few days ago he was reacting to how Slay the Spire 2 was negatively review bombed by people that found out that Anita Sarkeesian was working on Slay the Spire 2. He said that you should never give any breaks to these people. You should always work towards annihilating them. You should always destroy them. That's his own words. He said so, that you should never give them a break.
Never, at all. And I think that really, like, how do we take back like our hobby? How do we take back our community? How do we change the culture? Here's the way that you do it. Imposing a radical, extreme, oftentimes irrational, but totally shutting down anybody that's trying to enable the opposite. You go after it as hard as you possibly can. It doesn't matter whether it's fair, whether it's justified, or anything else. You do it no matter what. It's about getting the point across. Yes, it's about making the point. And the point is that people like her are not welcome inside of the gaming environment. And we as a community will make the environment so unpleasant and unwelcoming for those people that there will be a massive cost for anybody who wants to enable them and bring them into the community against our consent. That's what you do. That's what you do. And I know it might seem extreme, it might seem unfair. Good. Don't do it again. Don't do it. These are the same tactics, keep in mind, these are the exact same tactics they would use on you. I will never, ever, ever not match force with other people that disagree with me. If they're willing to do it, I'm willing to do that and more. This is good. I'm glad to see this. I'm proud of you guys. Always freak out, always melt down, always overreact, and never leave your opponent any breathing room ever. That's the way it is. Like cancel culture, the aggressive, super vicious cancel culture that they created, it's effective. Of course we should use it. We should use it and then do even more than that. So that's what I think. It's my opinion. It's a form of protest. It is. It's a form of protest.
What happened to that speech? What happened to that? You are now reviewing a piece of shit, turbo woke, trash, that it's not even a video game, and you're giving it a 6 or a 7. What happened to that based speech about destroying your enemies? What happened to that? You need to start seeing how Asmongold operates, because that's how he works, that's how he does things, that's how. He only does and says what it's convenient for him at the moment. He never does anything else. The reason why he's giving this game a 6 or a 7, it's because he doesn't want to burn that bridge with Larry Ellison and his daughter. That's the reason. And if you are not thinking this way, it's because you are stupid. You are an NPC, you have low IQ, you don't understand anything, you are just a follower, you are just a brain-dead fanatic. You are putting people like Asmongold on a pedestal, and you refuse to critically think about what they do and why they do it. This is why. And no, if you trust this guy, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong. If you're unable to detect that this guy is a scam, that this guy is a grifter, I feel sorry for you. I truly feel sorry for you. Because you are brain dead. You're truly an NPC. And like I said, someone has to do it. And I have to be. Because no one else is going to do it. Most people are glazing Asmongold because they want to get his attention. Because they want him to react to their videos. They want something. They want them to be noticed by him. So he gives them something in return. That's why most people, all people, glaze Asmongold. Nobody is criticizing him. Why is this guy never criticized? And the people that criticize him are very few, and the very few that do it also happen to be people that work for Night Media, like Hassan. It's very convenient that the quote-unquote enemies of Asmongold are woke people that are pretty dumb. Where is the actual right-wingers, or the people that actually are real, that have real opinions, that are on the right? Why is nobody detecting this guy for what he is, a grifter? And I am going to tell you why. Because those people are also grifters. Nobody's speaking the truth. They don't give a shit about the truth. That's why. They only want your money, your attention, because they make money out of your attention. They are never going to go against Asmongold, because Asmongold is too big for them. And because they know they can benefit by glazing him. They know it. And those people have no fucking values. Those people are basically scum. You shouldn't trust any people that do that. You should trust yourself. You should train your own intellect to be able to detect these scams, these grifters. How are you going to tell me that you are okay and in agreement with Asmongold giving Mixtape 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10? How are you going to justify that? You are going to justify that with your fanaticism. That's how. because there is no logical conclusion that will lead you to believe that Mixtape is a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. There is no logic into that conclusion. There is not. How can you see and hear what he's saying? It has no gameplay. It's not a video game. The story is trash. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, and you're okay with it. How? It's like saying 2 plus 2 is fucking 7, or more like it's like saying 0 plus 1 is fucking 6 or 7. It's absurd. You're hearing some arguments and then the conclusion doesn't follow those arguments. How are you okay with that? Why are you justifying that? It's because you're a blindfolded fanatic. That's why. This is why you refuse to see the lies that Asmongold is telling to you. He's manipulating you. You need to remember, influencers like him have managers. They have connections. And their job is to manipulate the masses. That's why they are called influencers. Because they influence people. They influence the NPCs, the people without critical thinking skills, like you the one that are making excuses for this guy, like you the one that is going to watch this video and leave a negative comment. You're going to get banned, by the way. And you are really mad because I dare to criticize your cult leader. You are the problem. You are the problem. Because without people like you, psychopaths like Asmongold wouldn't be able to thrive. They wouldn't be. The only reason those people are at the top, it's because you are too stupid and because you refuse to notice the patterns. In fact, you're incapable to even notice the patterns because you have been trained to be dumb. You have been conditioned to be dumb and you accept being dumb. And then you are given these saviors by these elites. They give you these saviors. They give you your cult leaders like Asmongold, like Trump, like Elon Musk. They give you these leaders and you follow them. You follow them to your fucking grave. You don't even know to where they are leading you. They are leading you to the New World Order and you are complacent and you are acquiescing to that.